Hello, my name is Leo and welcome to another day of LSD, the Dream Emulator. Alright, let's get started. A couple things to talk about. First thing, I'm getting more and more anxious about my, what the fuck? Hold on. Sorry, I had to stop everything. Yeah. Because I opened up the website that's got the maps, you know, that we use to look at interesting stuff in LSD. And on the right, it's got trending fandom articles. Whatever, who cares? The second one is, Infinity Gauntlet might hold the secret to defeating Thanos in Infinity War. Yes? That's the whole point of Infinity War. Is that he's using the fucking Infinity Gems to make an awesome gauntlet. What the fuck?
So I knew that if I wanted to do well, I had to.
What the fuck was that? Is that some bullshit ad? Fuck off. Stop. Stop. Why am I getting ads suddenly? That's kind of annoying. Go away. Fuck off. Fuck right off. Anyway. Let's interact with something. Let's not waste time. Well, I don't know. You keep going. I don't know why you keep doing this, but you keep going to the toilet. Oh. Generally speaking, it takes me to Kyoto. I don't know why. Does it? Watch it take you to, like, the natural world. Okay, we're fine. It's dark. I'm right next to fucking Kyoto. Well, fuck me. Load that Kyoto map up. This is a weird place to actually drop off, actually. I'm behind Kyoto. Yeah. That is weird. Alright, what's on the agenda for today? Can we go back? Can we go down the numbers this time around? Well, the thing is, though, we're gonna come into the entrance. So I might as well look at 8 first, because it's on the way. And 15 too. True. Oh, fine, alright. So 15 is the boat going down the river. 8 is the, I don't know what 8 is. But it's something to do with the red gates that you see on the way to shrines. I don't know, nothing about nothing. But let's have a look. So, wait, hang on. Straight up, yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's look at the river. So if we have a look at the river, okay, it's green. There's an awful lot of green, yes. So 15 is supposedly here, but I believe it basically happens anywhere on the river. Oh, there's a black guy. Stop calling him that, sorry. Sorry, it's not black guy, it's... What is that? What is that? That's a, Go, follow it. I'm gonna get away from the fucking black guy. Stop calling him that! Sorry. Coat man, yeah. Well, that's not much better, but I know him. Look at freaking Buddha guy, he's really... What am I... So this is the place, right? Yep. Do you want to see if Fox God will come out? In case that makes a difference. Yeah, Foxy, you're here? Fox isn't here today. No, he's not. That sucks. I don't understand. The only thing I can think of is 8 is actually not a thing. It's just a continuation of 7, which is the little Fox God comes out. I don't know. Is Celestial, whatever her name is? Maybe she only appears when you come in? No. Okay, let's go north. Check some more stuff out. So far, an awful lot of nothing's happening. We can try 16, which is, paper face in the water. Or something. Sometimes it's on the other side. Okay, hold the phone. I want to... Mother-in-law just came in with fucking sushi. Well, like a single piece of sushi. So I was thinking about going... No, we're going to go look at... So which ones haven't we looked at yet? We looked at 20, that's Tengu. 17 and 18. 18 being... No. 17 is the bipedal cow people. Yeah, and 18 is... Actually, can I just read the peacock one? Yeah, the peacock that's through that gate that we're just looking at now. This is the description of a peacock. It is at the entrance to stand in the way of Peacock Imperial Palace, to open their wings and approach, and sometimes outbreaks. Huh? Whatever. So let's try 18, which is something about T-doll. T-doll? T-dark, no. Appear in T-doll. Okay. I think I've figured out how this grammar works. It should, instead of saying it is at the entrance to stand in the way of Peacock Imperial Palace, it's a peacock stands at the entrance of the Imperial Palace. So this one would be T carries doll. I don't know. A doll carrying T, maybe, appears in the sacred tree nearby. Some types will cut through the wall to this. Okay, I think I understand. Well, I understand the location anyway. I think I might have been looking at the wrong thing last time. So I was looking at the building, and I think it's the building, it's the tree. In the tree. The tree. Is that a tree? That's the fox god. Oh. Where the fuck am I? Alright, maybe I should be looking at the map. No, it's okay. I got this. Yeah. Here comes Tengu. I'm gonna ruin my fucking job. Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, okay, I got it. So it's here. Tengu, can you shut the fuck up? You're supposed to be all sneaky and shit. You fucking noisy as crap. What is this? This is nothing. Not a damn thing's going on here. So maybe there's a T-doll like up there. Or doll or something, I don't know. The point is, it's not here now, so let's move on. Let's try to see if we can find these cows. I figured out what this is. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but this is, it's like saying first street, second street, third street. I think I might have already said that. Yeah. No cows? You know, I really think that the Tengu actually ruined the spawn chance of the cows. Really. There's nothing here. No. Alright, well, moving on. Ah, crap! Well. Another day when nothing happened. Pretty much. Jeez. What else do I need to talk about? I need to talk about how... I'm going to close Firefox down so that my computer doesn't have a hissy fit. What do I need to talk about? I need to talk about how we really need to smash the shit out of Yakuza 1 on Sunday. We actually, I need you, to be on the ball. I need to wake up nice and early. I want to complete that game. Because I'm desperate to play more of that game. But I've decided to not, I want to play the first game again before, and then I can compare. So, while I was waiting for something to do until next Sunday, I played through Mirror's Edge, and I actually finished the game. And I did some side missions, but I'm not going to do everything in that game, because a lot of that game, like the side stuff, is like, just like, go from point A to point B in a certain amount of time. And I did not like that about Mirror's Edge. I kind of want to talk a little bit about Mirror's Edge Catalyst. The fact is that I was a little bit disappointed at the game. In fact, I was quite disappointed. It certainly had the same feel as the first game. I love the first game, by the way. The first game was amazing. The Mirror's Edge and Portal were like these like revolutionary things in my mind. It's like, I'm not a big fan of first-person shooters, but this is the kind of first-person game that you can't really call them shooters that I like. But anyway, case in point. So there's a few things that Catalyst did wrong. First of all, the open world thing, which I was kind of interested in, the open worldness of the game ruined it. It totally did. Because you find yourself going like the same path a bunch of times. In this, I think actually, you know what? I think I already said this. Did I already say this? Because you talked about Burnout Paradise. About how you weren't a big fan of Burnout Paradise either because of the same reason. To be fair, Burnout 2, which is your favourite Burnout, also suffers from the same problem. Because Burnout 2 is essentially one big map, and then they rehash areas to... That's true. The thing about Mirror's Edge 1 is that every level was a new area. You never saw the same thing twice. The only time you saw the same thing twice is when you play the game again. Which makes fucking sense. But in this like one single playthrough, you'd see the same like ladder, especially the one right next to the base, the initial base. You see that same ladder like fucking 20 times. And that's even if you're just doing the story and not doing other stuff. Go shoot yourself if you're doing the other stuff. The other thing I didn't really like about it was the runner's vision. There's 3 settings in this game. There's full, classic, and 0. In the first game, runner's vision was by default, and it was just like a red line, or a red ladder, or pipes were coloured red, to show you basically where to go next. And it was really useful. It made the game intuitive. And then I later found out that you could turn it off. I was like, oh shit, this is like a whole other game. Which was fine for me because I already knew where to go, but like if I was doing that for the first time, I'd probably be lost. In this game, full... I tried Classic for a while, but then I just kept getting lost. Because Classic shows you some areas, it's dynamic. Because it's an open world environment, it's dynamically figuring out the best, the standard route, not the best route, the standard route, and then colouring things appropriately. Whereas in the first game, it was always the same object because there was one route. You know what I mean? Like, you could go multiple ways, but there was still one route that it had to show. But in this game, things would it'll like show red and then it will disappear and not be red. I'm like, wait, was that the way I was supposed to go or not? The thing that always confused me is when you jump onto there's a red ladder, right? Okay, I've got to get on the ladder. You get on the ladder and the ladder goes normal colour. And I'm like, wait. So I understand now that that's just saying, okay, now I'm going to show you the next thing that you need to look at. But I'm like, oh, was I supposed to get on this ladder? Is this ladder still a thing? Like, I wish I didn't turn the colour off instantly like that. It's kind of annoying. And then you put it on full, which I ended up doing because I just couldn't figure out what to do. And then full ends up showing, like, little arrows running up walls and like a streamline that shows you exactly where to run. Which even with that, I got lost and confused a couple of times. But I didn't want that because it's too hand-holding, for the most part. But then other parts, like I said, I got lost and had no idea where to go. Let's do a computer check. Last night, my computer, I wasn't doing much with it, and it just fucking died in like 5 minutes. It was really short. I think it's related to like what I'm doing. I'm gonna have to reformat it. I think next week I'm just gonna have to have a big format. Hopefully that fixes it. Hopefully. What else did I like about Mirror's Edge? The combat fucking sucks! I hate the combat in Mirror's Edge. Catalyst. Mirror's Edge 1, I didn't really like the combat either, but there was a very small amount of it, and it was actually quite easy. You've got the slowdown thing, which actually wasn't in this game, was it? If it was, I never used it. There's a slowdown function, and then you gotta, like, basically, like, press, I think, triangle or whatever at the exact, like, frame of its attack animation. And it's really easy to do. Especially if you're using the slow motion thing. Even on tougher enemies. But in this game, it doesn't have that. You've got like this light attack and strong attack, and you can do traversal attacks, which is fun when you do them. But when you're like just on the ground, and there's like 5 guys around you, all you can really do is like wall runs, and it's not fun at all. I find myself like a bunch of times just like side kicking someone into a wall, they get stunned, then you just keep side kicking them into the wall until they die. That only really works if it's one-on-one. If there's multiple people, then you're fucked. It was really irritating, and especially the final fight, where you fight against two of like the toughest dudes. That fight fucking sucked and made me so infuriated. It was nothing compared to like the final fight, so to speak, of Mirror's Edge 1, which was in the server room, where you didn't even actually have to fight anyone. All you had to do was get people to shoot the server things. And actually, you know what? Not having guns in Catalyst made that game worse. I know a lot of people don't like that idea because they like Mirror's Edge with no guns. And sure, that's fine. But the fact of the matter is you never have guns in Catalyst. And it was actually useful in fights to like knock out someone easily, get their gun, and then shoot the other guys, and then just drop the gun and go. The guns didn't have a lot of bullets in them in Mirror's Edge 1. You couldn't reload, and you couldn't take them with you because they slowed you down. Except maybe the pistol. I think the pistol you could take with you. But who cares? That really disappointed me a lot. Like, it really disappointed me. Anything else you didn't really like about the game? The ending was a bit flaccid. And I still don't... I should probably look it up on the internet. I don't quite understand if this game is a prequel. I think what it is it's a prequel in an alternate timeline. Because it feels like it's a prequel. Like, it's before the events of the first game. But it's not the same world. It's not the same characters. So, I think it's even a different faith, I think. So, it's weird. Like, there's no, like, oh, okay, at the ending of Catalyst, okay, that's where we move on to the first game. No, that's not how it works. So, it's a reboot and a prequel at the same time. A requel. Or a preboot, if you will. Sure. So I'm not going to do all those time stuff, but I did all the other side missions. Although, the only side missions I haven't done are the ones for a character called Plastic, where you have to, in a certain time limit, of course, you have to collect a bunch of these glowing orbs, and it's annoying. I did a couple. I'm like, fuck, no, I refuse. Like, Mirror's Edge 1 didn't have any of that. There was a DLC that came out that had, like, time trials and shit. And I did it a little bit, but I'm like, this doesn't interest me. I don't play Mirror's Edge for speed. Or time trials. I think I mentioned this before. I like speed throughs, not speed runs. Yeah, so that's all I really have to say about it. A little bit disappointing. I mean, I had to play more of it because I wanted to get my money's worth out of the game. But last night I went back to Yakuza 0. Never mind that I thought that I was completely done with that game because I was infuriated by the legendary difficulty, which, thank God, last night I passed, so now I can continue doing that. And I was annoyed that I lost all that progress. So take playing a subpar game, or just a regular game, to get me back in on Yakuza. Also, message to Elftastic, you are really... You're not a very observant boy, are you? You don't really pay much attention when I say things. Because last night, I fell asleep, of course, while playing Yakuza, and I guess Elftastic came on. And he sent a message, and then he sent... What was the message? I think I still got it here on my phone. Let me see unless my chat's reset. Let me see. Nope. Okay, so he said, well, your voice control isn't working, poohead. I already explained... Oh, wait, no. I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna have some close look. Listen, bitch. I already explained to you that it doesn't work with Yakuza 0. And you could see clearly that I was playing Yakuza 0 because Kitty was wearing his Yakuza 0 outfit and the title of the stream was fucking Yakuza 0. I already told you that Yakuza 0, for some reason, I don't know why, doesn't let the PS4 streaming show chat. So the voice thing never worked. That's why I was never able to do it until now, because Kiwami and Mirror's Edge lets you do that. But Zero didn't. So for future reference, if I'm playing Zero, there's no chat to speech. Okay? Fucker? God. Anyway. I swear to God, F-Test, you better be up and early, bright and early on Sunday. I'm serious now. I'm not fucking around this time. I'm not doing... Well, I'm gonna visit family graves, which is always fun. Which I did a little bit of yesterday. Because apparently Wednesday was the holiday. Wednesday was a holiday, but it was like the holiday to go visit your grave. Which we never actually did, because the parents-in-law were like, okay, we'll go do that on Wednesday. I'm like, oh, fuck, do I have to? But then it came around to time to go, and I'm like, yeah, we're not going to do it today. I'm like, well, I'm glad I didn't get out of bed. And then yesterday, I got out of bed, and then it was like another hour until we actually went. It was a waste of fucking time. And I'm going to go on Sunday, and then I think next Wednesday we have to go? No, I think it's just Sunday. Okay, we're good. But that'll be like in the daytime anyway. That'll be well before Elftastic ever gets out of bed. And then yeah, I want to smash the shit out of Yakuza 1 so I can finally play Kiwami some more. Yeah. Although I'm back on the legendary playthrough of Zero, so it's not a big deal. But I do want to play more of Kiwami. Hell yeah, baby. Anyway, I'm done. Are we done? Yeah. I'm done with Mirror's Edge. I might go back to Mirror's Edge from time to time. Maybe try to do some of those delivery things. But they're really tough. Like, I remember, like, right at the beginning of the game, when the map was first opened up to me, I was just running around. I turned the waypoints off, and I was just running around looking for things to do. And I did a couple of them, and they're freaking hard. Granted, I didn't have the movement stuff that I do now. But, the other thing that really sucks about that game is it suffers from the Phantom Pain problem of replayability. Like, I'm thinking, I would like to actually play through the game again. But obviously I want to have all my upgrades that I've got. Yeah, I could do combat really good now because I've got all the upgrades for it. But if you just replay missions, like in the replay mission thing, it doesn't show you, well, at least the first mission, it doesn't show you like the opening cutscene again. And yeah, Phantom Pain kind of suffered from this a little bit. So if I wanted a proper playthrough, I'd have to start a new save. Which I don't want to fucking do, because then I'll lose all my goddamn progress. Stupid. Yeah, it's annoying. I hate it when games do that. Really, more games need to do the Yakuza, quite frankly, or the old Metal Gear Solid style of you finish the game and then you make a clear state. And then you load the clear state, and that allows you to start the game again with your previous unlocks or progress or whatever. It's a real crying shame that more games don't fucking do that. New Game Plus is what you're actually referring to. That's true. That is what I'm referring to. As opposed to just, you finished the game, here's the map. Want to replay the games? You can replay them here. I mean, even Attack on Titan, the Attack on Titan game, when you replayed the missions, it showed you all the cutscenes. It did. You're right, it did. That was fine. And to be fair, Peace Walker, Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, had, you had to replay the missions. But it showed you all the cutscenes. That's fine. I don't mind having to look at a menu where I choose the next mission while I'm doing another playthrough. I don't mind that. It's annoying. I'd like it to just continue on. But that's okay. That's fine. I can deal with that. But when you just say, okay, you want to replay the mission? Well, we're just it's a time trial because Mirror's Edge is all about fucking time trials and speedruns now. I guess. I'm doing the fucking weird gesture with my hands. The la-di-da gesture with my hands. So So they just cut out the cutscenes and just do the actual gameplay only. It's not what I want. I want to fucking watch the story again. You bitch. Have two modes. Have a speedrun mode and a story mode. Where we play story mode. I don't know. Whatever. I did see a new game option there, but I'm not. I have to maybe research it, but I'm anxious to press it because I'm worried that it would actually reset my progress. If I'm going to do that, I'd rather actually do it in another account. You know, instead of, you know. Anyway, I'm going to go now. Yeah, sure. So, we come back. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Saturday. Ooh. Yeah, I got time in the middle of the day. I should be able to get a recording done. Hopefully, we'll see. To be fair, last week you had less time, didn't you? Did I? Yeah, last week you were able to do it and you had less time. Oh. Oh yeah, you're right. Well, we'll see how we go. Alright, but for now, my name is Leo and I will see you... Oh wait, there was one more thing. Well, I was seriously considering playing Borderlands 2 again. I was also seriously considering buying the Handsome Collection, which allows you to transfer your PS3 save onto the PS4, and obviously play it in better resolution or whatever. Then I realized that I've actually already bought Borderlands 2 twice already. Hey, wait, computer check. It's making noises. It's not that hot, though. So, yeah, I think I'll just play I don't care, I'll play the PS3 version, I don't give a shit. It's true. But I was thinking about actually recording videos on Sunday, but I'm not going to be able to do that now, because I'm going to go for grave visiting or whatever. But maybe I'll do that in the future, who knows. Also, about Yakuza 6. It comes out, like, less than a month. If I get Kiwami out of the way, I could totally play it when it first comes out, but it'll be like $80. Well, that's on the Australian store. It's cheap on the American store. What is on the American store? Actually, I want to have a look at the all the different stores to see if there's any deals or specials on. I think it's like $60. That's not too bad. American, yeah, which is more in Australian dollars, but it's not too bad. Why is it so expensive in Australia? It's expensive in Japan too, dude. It's like, yeah, 9,000 yen, 8,000 yen for a new game in Japan. Although when I got Fated Paid, it was like discounted on day one. Like, yeah, a whole fucking... Yeah, that's why I got it day one. Mainly, the main reason why I got it day one. Well, you got Ground Zeroes day one too. Yeah, but it was Ground Zero, so it's cheap. Cheaper, so to speak. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Yeah. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. And yeah, maybe I'll play Borderlands 2 at some point. Do I still have Borderlands 2 videos that I haven't uploaded? If you do, I think you do. Do you really? Why have you not uploaded them? I do. I fucking do. I got 3 videos that I haven't uploaded yet. Wow. Really? Yeah. Shit. You should upload them. Since you don't actually, uploading a playthrough video on the weekdays anymore. There's only 3 videos there, but you might as well put them up there. Especially since if you end up, actually playing more Borderlands and then you put them, one day after the other, there's, almost a 2-year gap. It's not 2 years. When did I record that? Well, I don't know if this is accurate, because this might just be when I transferred it from the hard drive. Well, it says date created 21st of January 2018. Which that would have actually been when I copied it from my hard drive. Date modified, here you go. The 24th of July, 2014. Holy shit. Holy crap, that's 4 years ago. Dude, are you serious? That's how long it's been since I played Borderlands 2. Well, think about it. Think about it, dude. 2000... 2015 was Year of Evangelion, so I was busy with that. And then after that, I was busy playing Metal Gear Solid. And then, sorry, got the mic. 2016, was it 2016? Yeah, 2000. Wait, yeah. 2016 was Persona 4, and then 2017 was Dragonfall, Daggerfall. Yeah, you're right. Oh god, it's really been that long. Fuck, dude. Because you're like halfway through like the second DLC, and there's like what 4 DLCs plus some little like 4 or 5 like mini DLCs, and then you've got the prequel, the what's it called again? The pre-sequel. Yeah, with all the DLCs that are associated with that game as well. Yeah. I always said that game never really lived up to its promise of being Skyrim 2.0, but yeah, Skyrim 1.5, I guess. And then I was thinking about how much time I've sunk into Yakuza games, but I've never really considered them to be like a Skyrim, probably because they're not really open worldy so much. Yeah, they're a category of their own, Yakuza games. I've never thought of Yakuza games as like Shenmue games, especially now. Like I think I mentioned this before. When Shenmue 3 comes out, it's gonna be like, if it's very similar to Shenmue 1 and 2, it's gonna be archaic compared to the way that they've streamlined the Yakuza games. Because obviously it's done by Yu and not Sega. Yeah. Yu Suzuki. What was the other thing I want to say? But I've always referred to Yakuza games as basically spiritual successors to Streets of Rage, because they're like Streets of Rage little beat 'em ups in 3D, done well in 3D, with cool stories, and now these days they got tons of fucking minigames and shit in them. They're great. Whereas the true spiritual successor to Streets of Rage, which I think was called Fighting Force, was a piece of shit that sucked. It was. But Yakuza's great. Yeah, Yakuza's amazing. Even Yakuza 1 is a great game. Playing Yakuza 1 again was like, fuck, this game's good. Like, it's obviously not Yakuza 0, but it's very similar. You just close your eyes and pretend that the graphics aren't as good, and the combat's maybe not as dynamic or brutal, because they've certainly gotten, the heat actions have certainly gotten much more brutal as the games have gone on, and there's not as much content, but the story's there, just as good, if not better, than Zero. Zero's story wasn't bad, but 1's story was amazing, 2's story was amazing. They're all pretty good. But to be honest, the story isn't all that there is to Yakuza games. It certainly isn't. It's all the submissions and the other stuff that you do. They really are. I'm still remiss to call them Skyrim whatever, 0.0. But they're like, because you play like Yakuza 5, for example. Yakuza 5 is like a bazillion games in one, really. It's a fucking games collection. Because each character, because there's the story, there's the submissions. They're kind of two different things. Then there's the, oh, my computer's starting to make noises now, so I should probably chill out. Then there's the, all the mini games, which are each individual games of their own. Then there's the what do you call it? The another story? No, another story? Side stories? The thing where fucking Seijima is like hunting and killing and hunting, and Kiryu's a taxi driver, and Haruka's doing her dance battles, and Akiyama, what does Akiyama do again? What the fuck does Akiyama do? Hostess? It says raising? I don't remember what fucking Akiyama does. And, says, what's his name? Fuck, I've forgotten his name. The baseball guy has got his baseball shirt. They're all, like, different games, really, in all their own. So it's great. Anyway, I gotta go before my computer dies. So for now, my name is Leo, and I will see you next time.